Okay, now we're going to look into your competitor analysis. We start with local competition analysis. So you click on the form, you can see now my data is being completed, but I'll just go take you through it. Now, when you open the form, okay, with competitor analysis, in short, you need to know the local competitors that you are competing with. It's very, very important so that you can, one, understand their strategy, two, develop your own strategy in terms of how to compete. So you need to understand how do they compete so that you will be able to be competitive. There's no industry or sector that doesn't have competition. So you're always going to have local competitors. So you need to do your research locally. So it depends on the sector. It might be for that suburb or for that, what do you call it, a location, or for that municipality, depending on the type of sector that you are in. So you might find that you're competing with people who are based in a village. So you need to know who's doing similar businesses in my village so that I understand their way of operating, read their business, understand how they operate, how they compete, how they price their product, how do they package their product or services, so that you understand when you're setting up or when you're competing, you know how to compete with them. So local competitors are the local ones, which are based in your area. And different businesses compete differently, and different businesses can compete with local competitors. Your local competitors can be in your village or in your suburb or in your town, or they can be in your municipality or in your district or in your province, depending on the type of business that you're operating. So if you are a mining company, let's say you might be looking at competitors within the provincial setup instead of looking at call it a village setup. But if you are running a spaza shop, you look at your competitors within the village. Who are the competitors in my village or in my town? So if you are running a car servicing company, you might look at a town to say, who are my competitors in this town? So different businesses will have different local competitors. So first you need to do your local competitors, and then we're going to look at the national competitors later. So you must always have, based on the app is set up that you must have your top 4 competitors, and then you have the last one where you're throwing everyone in. So you identify your top 4 competitors. And from those top 4 competitors, you need to know their name, you need to know their market share in terms of how much market do they own, how big are they within that local space. Do they own 20%? Do they own, in this case, our local competitor 1 owns 25%. 2 owns 20. 3 owns 15. 4 owns 10% of the market. So you need to know who you're competing with. Here, you can see it just says competitor 1. You need to put names there. Attach names of your competitors. You must just study and assess in terms of their market share. Then, your market size must always, that column for market size, it must always come to 100%. So you'll identify competitor 1, you give them their percentage. If it's 25, is 20, is 15, is 10. Then that means the balance is 20 to make it 100. So it must always be 100. So the balancing figure, you put it under other competitors. So you'll have the markets for each, the market share for each, for your top 4 competitors, and you need to determine what is their market share. Then the balance of the market share, you put it under the other competitors. And once you've done that, then you need to confirm each and every one to say, I confirm. You can see here I've already confirmed, but you need to go in each and every competitor and confirm the data. But you need to amend it accordingly. As well, you can see, as you editing the competitor, you need to know the name, the province that they are based from, then municipality where they are operating from. Then this one, just leave it as local when you're doing local. Then you state their market share. Then what is their strength? Is it high? Is it medium in terms of the influence? What is the weakness of that competitor? Then you identify what is their weakness from the drop down. Then you also identify their strength. And then if it's easier, you can also provide the list of products that that competitor is supplying. Then you confirm the data. So you need to do this for all of them, and then make sure that you complete all of them. The most important part is to make sure that your competitors, market size of competitors, you get the market share of the top 4 competitors, then the balance is the one that will make up the 100. So this market size of competitors must always be 100. So you allocate the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the balance you put it in, in other competitor. Then if you want to understand how to read the form, you can watch the video, or you can read about it on this info. Or if you want to understand local competition analysis in general, then you can watch the video by playing this local competition lesson. Or if you want to read about local competition, then you can click on info. That's it. That's on your local competitor analysis. Then the app will update your business plan accordingly. Then you go back to the dashboard once you're done. But because this form was already completed, you'll see that it will remain blue. Thank you.